Definitely, we've seen the Northwest fire season off to a very active start, unfortunately, with major fires down in the Columbia Gorge, as well as up here in central and eastern Washington. Some things that you can do to protect yourself proactively in fire season is making sure that if you do live in a wildland or wildland adjacent area, maintain a defensible space around your house, and consult with your local fire district for specifics about what that defensible space might look like, or even contractors or service providers who might be able to help that out in your area. The other major thing that I would do going into a fire season, especially if you own property that's at risk of wildfire, is in a forest or wildland area, is that you need to review your own insurance policy and specifically your homeowners insurance policy. Make sure that the policy accurately reflects the full value of the property and any improvements that you've made to the property, any buildings. And particularly, you're going to want to look at whether or not the insurance policy provides for cash value or replacement cost for your buildings, because buildings, just like cars, over time will depreciate. And so most insurance policies will pay you for the value of your 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, however old your house is at that point, but that's not necessarily going to be enough money to rebuild it. And so having a strong insurance policy, first and foremost, that covers all of your damages and losses, is going to be your best defense if your property is lost to a wildfire. Despite adequate insurance, or if there isn't adequate insurance, then a lot of these wildfires are being started by negligent acts of governments or large organizations. Common ignition for wildfires that we've seen in the last couple of years are downed power lines or negligently maintained power lines, negligent trains and throwing sparks throughout the Columbia Gorge, and construction projects such as welding on a red flag, high wind, low humidity day, which is bound to cause a wildfire. Those kinds of things, unfortunately, as a homeowner, you can't go out there and stop the train or tell the power company to move their lines. And so the most effective thing we can do is have a defensible space around your home, make sure that you're adequately insured, and then also if you do lose property or your home to a wildfire, you're going to want to promptly reach out to attorneys like Abeyta Nelson, who are experienced in handling wildfire claims, to investigate whether or not there is a negligent cause to that wildfire that can provide additional recovery for your losses.